Good morning, children. I'm again here with you all to make my new video on class 12 CBSE's second poem of the Flamingo, that is an elementary school classroom in a slum, composed by Stephen Spender. So before we move to the poem, let me explain you something about the poet Stephen Spender. So Stephen Spender was an English poet, he was an essayist, he was a socialist, because he had seen the contemporary social and political problems. That's why in most of his work we see the political problems and social injustice and class inequality. So the present poem, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, present a socialist view of the capitalist government that doesn't provide equal opportunity for all. So this poem deals with social injustice and class inequality. So let's move to this poem. So in this poem, the poet is presenting the view of a classroom, elementary classroom, which lies in a slum area. So the poet has given the description how the teaching takes place in such schools. In such school, teaching just takes place. Education is there just for name's sake. No serious teaching takes place. These children are deprived from all the, all the things, basic things, and teaching just takes place for the name's sake. So let's start this poem. So the poet has given the description. Different students are sitting in the classroom. Then the first paragraph, the poet has given the description of different students, how they look, what they are doing in the classroom. So the poet says, far from gusty waves, these children's faces. The poet says, the poet has presented the pathetic and miserable picture of the students, those sitting in that elementary classroom. And the line first says that they are far from the beautiful sights of the nature. They don't have access to the nature. And now the poet says they are just like rootless weeds. Rootless weed. Weed is unwanted grass. This is, if weed grows in the crop, so it spoils the entire crop. So the same way these children, elementary school classroom children, they are, considered useless to the society. They are considered blot to the society. And the hair torn round their collar. So they are looking unhygienic. They are wearing torn clothes, and their hair are scattered on their forehead. So the poet said, different students are sitting in the classroom. The poet tells about a tall girl. The tall girl with her waist down head. There is a girl, who's sitting, putting her head down. So she might be, why she's sitting like that? She might be tired. She might be uncertain about her future, because she has seen the kind of life her mother had led. So she is thinking she might have also had to lead a life like her, or she might have worked somewhere because they are poor. So she might have worked somewhere else, and after coming, doing household chore, and she has come to school, so she might be tired. There's another child who is looking like paper. Paper here means lean and thin child. Very lean and thin child, and he has eyes like a rat. You have seen like a rat has very inquisitive eyes. The rat keeps on looking. When it comes to your home, you might have seen is a very curious eyes and keep on searching the things here and there. The same way that boy has very curious eyes, is looking here and there rather than concentrating in the classroom, whatever the teaching is explaining in the classroom, teacher is explaining in the classroom, is not interested. He's looking here and there. Why he's looking here and there? Because he's feeling hungry. He hasn't eaten. So he's finding something to eat so that he could fulfill his hunger. So there is another, the poet gives another example of the boy. The stunned unlucky heir of twisted bones reciting a father's Nile disease. There is an example who generally in inheritance we get the property, the money, land in inheritance, but this poor boy did not get anything in inheritance, but what he got in inheritance? The Nile disease of his father. You know what Nile disease is? The disease of twisting bones. So this is an unlucky heir. Heir means Uttradhikari. So, so he's sitting on his desk and he's studying for there. He's looking into in his books. And in the same classroom, at the back of that dim class, there's no proper sun, no lighting, proper light in that classroom. So at the back of the dim class, one unnoted, sweet and young boy is also seated. And he's also not interested inside the classroom teaching. So he's looking outside. Fine. He's peeping through the window. He's more interested in outside. And what he was watching? He's watching the squirrel's game. The outside he's watching a squirrel who's climbing up and climbing down on a tree. So it means he's not at all interested in the classroom teaching. So this was the children. This was the first stanza. Let's move to the second stanza. The poet has given the physical description of the classroom, how the classroom looks. So in that classroom, there is a picture of Shakespeare is pasted, Shakespeare's head is pasted, cloudless dawn, civilized dawn riding all cities. So there is a picture of the city, neat and clean city where have tall buildings, neat and clean cities where have broad roads. So, and another picture of the Troilus Valley, which is blossoming with the flower, which the children have not seen throughout their life. And there is one picture of map, world map is also pasted in the classroom, which is awarding the children. Seems that he's inviting the children, come and explore me, which the children cannot because they don't have the money and money to them because by which they can go and visit different places. And so the poet says, and yet for these children, these wind are not this map, their world. So the poet is saying, whatever is shown, this map and the picture, this is not their world. What is their world? Which is looking outside the window. So this is their world because they have not seen anything apart from the slum area and their surroundings. They have not seen anything else. So this is their world. They don't have any connections with the things which are shown in the classroom. So the poet says in that slum area, their future is painted with a fog. The poet is saying that these children's future is uncertain, foggy, because studying in such type of school, there is no purpose is fulfilled because they are not getting anything from there. So they will remain like them because this education will not provide them any job. So by studying there, they won't lead any respectable life. So the future is painted with a fog. So they're far from rivers, capes and stars of the words. So their life, because throughout their life they have never seen rivers, mountains and stars of words. So they are away from the nature. So the children, because the poem is lengthy, so now I'm concluding this poem. So if you next stanzas we will cover in the next video. So if you like my video, so please like and subscribe to my channel Vandana's Academy. Thank you so much.